Okay, so starting off, we're on question 3 of our guided notes. We just finished the reaction in the bag, and I want you to make sure you answer the follow up questions, which is number 2 right here. Um, we are ready to begin our chapter 1.1 with an overall essential question. And that question is, what is a substance? How do we decide if one substance is different from another? What makes substances unique? So there are 3 questions here. I want you to go ahead and pause the video and write these questions in your notes on question 3. Okay, so we're going to do a quick lab about substances. We need to make sure we follow these safety guidelines. So follow instructions. Do not taste things. This is especially important in this unit. Smell substances like a chemist. So if you're smelling something, you hold it and you kind of waft it towards your face. Don't stick your nose right into a beaker, because if you are smelling something like an acid, those acid fumes will eat through your nose. Protect your eyes, so always wear safety goggles when doing anything with chemicals. Protect your hands. Keep your hands away from your face. Tell your teacher if you have allergies. Be calm and careful. Report all spills, accidents, and injuries to your teacher. Avoid anything that could cause a burn, and wash your hands after class. This is in case if you touch a chemical and you don't realize it, you don't want to go to lunch or rub your face or your eyes and then you get those chemicals in your eyes. So, the first activity we're going to be doing is a substances and observations activity. This is going to be in question 4 of your guided notes. We have 10 different bags here with different substances. You might know what some of them are, you might not. Our goal is to be able to tell them apart with observations. So you're going to make observations about each one. Try to be as detailed as possible so that someone else could read your observations and pick out every substance based on your description, even if they don't know what the substance is. So in your notes, we have number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we have little baggies. They're taped shut so that you don't accidentally open them or purposely open them. Leave them taped shut and just look at what is in there. Rotate it around, look at it, try to make observations so that someone else could come in and say, okay, here's substance 1 and substance 2. Looking at their description, I think they're describing substance number 2 because it looks this way. So make observations as detailed as possible, and then predictions for what you think the substance is. Go ahead and pause, look at the 10 bags, do question 4, and then come back to the video. Okay, so question 5 has 2 parts. 5A, were all the substances distinguishable? Like, could you distinguish and identify them separately and say, this is substance 4 and this is substance 5? Or are a few of them too similar for you to make observations about and how they were different? 5B, how could we make it easier to differentiate or tell the substances apart? Could we do that would make it easier? So I put an example here in your notes. Tasting. You are not allowed to taste chemicals in class, but it would have helped you identify a few of the substances. The reason we don't allow tasting is it also might have poisoned you, which is why we don't taste things in chemistry. Another example, dissolving. You weren't allowed to take the substances out of the bag, but trying to dissolve them in water would have helped to identify a few of the substances because some of them can dissolve, some of them can't. So I'm going to come up with examples. What are some other ways that we might have tested these to figure out what they were? Make a list here.